You're listening to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, created to help you succeed in your IT fundamentals certification journey. Learn more at baremetalcyber.com, where additional prepcasts, books, and training materials await. Let's get started. In this episode, we'll focus on how attackers use manipulation and deception instead of technical hacking to gain access to information or systems. This type of attack is known as social engineering, and it includes one of the most common cybersecurity threats today, phishing. These attacks target human behavior and often trick users into revealing sensitive information. Understanding these tactics is a critical part of IT awareness and is covered in Domain 6 of the Information Technology Fundamentals Plus exam. The ITF Plus exam may include scenario-based questions that describe how a user received a suspicious message, clicked a fraudulent link, or gave out a password under pressure. Your job on the exam is to recognize these as social engineering attempts and identify the specific tactic, such as phishing or impersonation. You won't be asked to perform technical analysis or review actual emails, but you will need to understand the common traits and intentions behind these types of attacks. Social engineering is the act of manipulating people into giving up confidential information or performing actions that compromise security. Unlike technical attacks that exploit code or systems, social engineering exploits human trust, fear, urgency, or confusion. These attacks may come in the form of emails, phone calls, text messages, or in-person interactions. Because they often appear legitimate, social engineering is especially dangerous for users who are unaware or unprepared. One of the most familiar types of social engineering is phishing. Phishing attacks typically arrive through email and are designed to look like legitimate communications. They might claim to be from a bank, a software provider, or even a coworker. The goal is to trick the recipient into clicking a link, downloading a malicious file, or entering sensitive data, like login credentials, on a fake website. Recognizing these signs is critical for defending against phishing. There are many common signs of a phishing email. These may include generic greetings like "Dear Customer," urgent warnings that claim your account will be locked, or links that appear suspicious or misspelled. The message may also include unexpected attachments or strange language that does not match professional tone. Often, phishing emails impersonate a trusted organization and ask users to act quickly, hoping to bypass careful review. Beyond email, phishing can also occur through other channels. Smishing refers to phishing attempts sent via SMS or text message. These often include links to fake sites or messages claiming you've won a prize or need to confirm account details. Phishing is voice phishing, where attackers call users and impersonate officials, tech support, or other trusted figures. They may ask for personal information or direct the victim to a malicious website. Another common social engineering tactic is impersonation. In this method, the attacker pretends to be someone the victim knows or trusts. They might claim to be a manager requesting sensitive files, a technician needing access to a workstation, or a vendor needing verification information. These attacks often rely on social cues and confidence, exploiting the human tendency to comply with authority or assist someone in need. Pretexting is another form of social engineering. In a pretexting attack, the attacker creates a false scenario or pretext to justify their request. For example, an attacker might pretend to be conducting a security audit and ask employees to confirm passwords or device details. The pretext gives the interaction a sense of legitimacy and lowers suspicion. Pretexting is often used in more targeted or advanced social engineering campaigns. Tailgating and piggybacking are physical forms of social engineering. These tactics involve following an authorized person into a restricted area without proper access. In tailgating, the attacker simply walks in behind someone. In piggybacking, the authorized user knowingly holds the door open for the attacker, thinking they are helping. These techniques rely on social politeness and are often used to bypass physical security controls. Social engineering can also happen online through fake tech support or pop-up warnings. A user might see a message on their screen claiming their device is infected and urging them to call a phone number for assistance. These scams often install malware or extract payment once the attacker gains access to the system. These tactics are common on less secure websites and may appear during regular browsing sessions. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. On the Information Technology Fundamentals Plus exam, you may be asked to identify which type of attack is being described in a given scenario. For example, a question might explain that a user received an urgent email asking them to verify their account and clicked on a suspicious link. In this case, the correct answer would be phishing. If a caller pretends to be from IT support and asks for a password over the phone, that would be classified as phishing. Recognizing the delivery method and the manipulation technique is key to answering correctly. There are a few terms you should memorize for this topic. These include phishing, smishing, vishing, pretexting, impersonation, and tailgating. You should also know the broader term, social engineering. Each of these represents a method used by attackers to deceive users and gain unauthorized access or information. By familiarizing yourself with these terms, you will be better equipped to answer exam questions that involve different types of threats. While the exam does not require you to analyze real phishing emails or configure anti-phishing settings, it does expect you to understand the risks associated with social engineering. For example, you may be asked, what is the main goal of a phishing email? The correct answer would be to trick the user into revealing sensitive information. Another example might ask you to match a security tactic to its purpose, such as using email filters to reduce phishing attempts. To combat social engineering, users should be trained to recognize suspicious messages and behaviors. Awareness is the first line of defense. This includes checking the sender's address, avoiding unexpected attachments, and verifying requests for personal or financial information through other channels. Even well-crafted attacks can be defeated if users are skeptical and understand the signs of manipulation. Organizations also play a key role in defending against social engineering attacks. Implementing email filtering systems, spam blockers, and strong authentication policies helps reduce exposure to these threats. Security training programs educate employees on how to respond to suspicious messages and how to report potential phishing attempts. These practices help establish a culture of vigilance and improve overall security posture. Another way to mitigate social engineering is to use multi-factor authentication. Even if an attacker obtains a username and password, they will still need the second factor, such as a text code or fingerprint scan, to gain access. This additional layer of defense can prevent compromised credentials from leading to a full breach. For this reason, multi-factor authentication is recommended alongside user awareness training. Browser and email clients often include tools to help users identify and avoid phishing attacks. Features like link previews, spam warnings, and domain verification help flag suspicious content. Users can also adjust privacy settings to limit tracking and reduce the chance of being targeted in the first place. These built-in protections work best when users understand how to interpret the alerts and act cautiously. Social engineering is often effective because it targets emotion. Attackers may try to create urgency by claiming that an account is in danger or that immediate action is required. They may exploit fear, greed, curiosity, or helpfulness. Understanding that these emotional triggers are intentional can help users recognize an attempt before falling for it. The ability to pause and think critically is a key defense against manipulation. It is also important to understand how social engineering fits into the broader field of cybersecurity. While firewalls and antivirus tools protect against technical threats, social engineering bypasses those defenses by targeting people directly. As a result, every user becomes part of the security team. The exam emphasizes this human element, teaching learners that security is not just about tools, it's about behavior, awareness, and responsibility. To summarize, social engineering is a form of attack that relies on manipulation rather than code. Phishing, smishing, vishing, impersonation, pretexting, and tailgating are all examples of how attackers exploit trust and social behavior to gain access. On the Information Technology Fundamentals Plus exam, you will be asked to recognize these methods, understand their goals, and identify the signs of a potential attack. Mastering these topics helps you protect yourself and others in any IT environment. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for best-selling cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure and stay vigilant.